Canto 10, Chapter 70, Text number 18. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jaya Radha Kunda Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jaya भगवदान की श्रीमद्भागवतम की गौर प्रमानंद। I need this more closer. There is a Jewish resolution that Bhagavatam has to be higher than the speaker. At least today you have this. Yesterday this was not there. This Bhagavatam sitting here. So you have to raise this. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Ramayam Jagatisya Padatika Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavasya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sadhana Raghunathanutam Tam Harivam Sadhanitam Sabhadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sadhana Lalita Sri Vishakha Nidamsa Vancha Kalpataru Hasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayavata Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschatya Vistarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Mukam Karati Bhakalam Pamulam Hayate Girim Jaskripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Sri Gurujanacharanam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So today we will listen from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 17, Text number 18, on the subject matter Lord Krishna's daily activities. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Tatra upavisat paramasane vibhu. Tatra upavishta paramasane vibhu. Bhavau subhasa kakubha vyastaya. Vritanu singhai tadvidaduttama. Yatha raja divitaraka ganai. Paramasane Vibhu Bhavo Subhasa Kakubha Bhasayam Vitanir Singhai Jadubhi Jaduttama Raja Divitaraka Ganai Upavishta Paramasane Vibhu Bhavo Subhasa Kakubha Ambivasayam Vitani Singhai Jadubhi Jaduttama Yatha Raja Divitaraka Ganai Translation by Srila Prabhupada. As the Almighty Supreme Lord would seat himself upon his exalted throne there in the assembly hall, he shone with his unique effulgence, illuminating all the quarters of space, surrounded by the yadus, lions among men. That best of yadus appeared like the moon midst many stars. This verse has no purport. The next verse is Tatta Upamantrino Rajan Nana Hasya Rasen Vibhum Upatastu Notacharya Nartakayas Tandavai Prithak. And there, O King, jesters would entertain the Lord by displaying various comic moods. Expert entertainers would perform for him, and female dancers would dance energetically. Purport Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that Diva Natacharya refers among other things to expert magicians. All of these different entertainers, one after the other, perform for the Lord in the assembly of great kings. This is the end of the purport. So, before I speak on this verse, I was reading the previous verse purport. One interesting point has been mentioned, which I have heard before I joined ISKCON from some Kathakas, but I have never seen in the literatures. So today I saw, I was very happy. Because I have to tell this, but I don't know where it is from. So Krishna is there, and Narada went, every house he saw Krishna, doing different activities. That when Krishna had manifested himself to 16,108 Krishnas. But when he would go out to fight or something, so 16,108 Krishna would go, or one Krishna would go. If one Krishna would go, which Krishna was going? If Krishna was Rukmani or Satyabhama, which Krishna was going? I had heard on here also mentioned, what happens suppose Krishna has to go somewhere. Here means he has to go to Sudharma Sabha. Not 16,108 Krishna will be sitting there. So from each house, one Krishna would come. Then when riding a chariot, all Krishna would merge and become one Krishna. It's very interesting. So wherever he goes, he merges. So this is a problem for people in general to understand, to digest, what to speak of people in general, learned scholarly personalities, great transcendentalists, for them also very difficult. That's why the whole world is filled with concept of formless aspect of the absolute truth. Whole Muslim community, they are very allergic to any form. Even if they say, Allah has no form, okay, we accept. Allah has no form. So you don't draw any form. If you draw any form, there will be riots in your city. Anywhere make a form of Allah. So we accept Allah has no form because we have not seen him. But they don't draw the picture of Muhammad also. What does that mean? Muhammad has form or no form? Muhammad formless or he has form? But why then? What is the problem? Anything with form. I don't know whether Muslims they keep their father, mother's photo there or not. But when I go Islamic countries, all kings' photos are everywhere. On the billboards, every house must keep king's photo. Allah's photo, no. Okay, Allah you have not seen, you don't believe. But Muhammad, you know, he has a form. So what is the problem? But they're very allergic, anything form. Because Muhammad himself established he was very allergic with form. There could be a reason why Muhammad became so much against Sakar Upasana. There could be a reason. My speculation is like this. Muhammad, childhood time, big Hindu festival, believe the Hindus, festival taking place. There's a Kali deity. She had a sword or something like that. So everybody busy with festivals outside. So Muhammad, naughty Muhammad, came and took the sword and hanged the sword on the neck of Kali. He would fall like this. He would not believe God has any form. So a lot of things are there. I support and I would like to plead on his behalf, Muhammad's behalf. Why you are so much against the form? He could be against so much form. It's like the Hindus, they are very much prone creating their own God, one form. All these things happens. They nowadays happening. Anybody can make God. In India, in Bangladesh, any person become God. Anything they worship as God. So maybe because of that, he could be allergic. The point is, this Nirakar formless aspect is not only limited to Muslim people. not only limited to Christian people, it is very prominent among Hindu people also. The God is Nirakar. Most of the people, they believe God Nirakar. Liberation means we become one with God. The Shankaracharya, he established this concept very strongly for a specific purpose. And also, if you scrutinize nicely, you will see to accept formless God is easy for us. Because we have form, we have activities. If God has a form, He has activities, then what is special with Him? If I have form, I have activities, God should have no form, no activities. So very easily we accept that God has no form, simple process. That's why always I say, in this world, there are two kinds of people. There are astic, there are nastic. Astic means they accept God. Nastic means they do not accept God exists. They don't believe God is there. Out of these two groups, the astic are believers of God and nastic non-believers of God. Who is more peaceful? I think nastic non-believers are more peaceful than the astic. They are more peaceful, no problem. There is no God, that's it. Make your life go. Simple, peaceful. But those that believe God, they have all the problems. All kinds of problems. If God is there, He is Sakar or He is Nirakar, that problems comes. The big fighting, big doubts, so many problems. Sakar and Nirakar will establish that. Okay. So God, Nirakar and Sakar. Among these peoples, Nirakarvadis are more peaceful than the Sakarvadis. God is there, but He has no form, that's it. You don't have to do puja, don't have to build temple, nothing, just that's another peaceful life. But you accept God has form, then what question arises? Who is God? Who is God? Vishnu is God, Kali is God, Shiva is God, Ganesh is God, Saraswati is God. And everybody have their own gods. More you go deeper, more confusing, more bewildering. No. So among the believers of God, those that believe God has form, then among them, the Vishnu worshippers that dominate. Vishnu is God. That proved the Vishnu is God. Then some, there are many accepts, yes, God has form. Those they accept God has no form, that is one group. Those they accept God has form, then mostly they say, who is God? Vishnu is God. It is easy to accept Vishnu is God. Why it is easy to accept Vishnu is God? What specialty He has? Nirakarvadis, they have some specialty. We have form, God should be opposite to us, He has no form. Okay. But they accept the form, they accept Vishnu. So what is special with that? He has 4 arms. He must be God. You have 2 arms. Blue color. He must be special God. Then holding ayudhas. But most interesting is nobody has seen Him. That is great. That is the biggest aspect of this. Where He lives, what is He doing, nobody has seen Him. But then He could be God, something like special. You understand? But when it comes to Krishna, Rama, Very difficult to accept. Nirakar, okay. Four-hand form in Vaikuntha, nobody has seen, okay. But we see this Rama, you telling him Bhagavan is banished to the forest along with his wife. Wife is stolen by a demon Ravana, and Bhagavan is crying, oh, my wife is stolen, what to do? Bhagavan, very difficult to accept. Krishna is Bhagavan. He is thief, stealing, dancing with others' wife, most abominable, other right? It's very confusing. So, that's why when we read all these activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all these things has to be understood from the proper perspective. So in this regard, there is a problem. Problem is, in my own experience, before I come in contact with ISKCON, I was a strong believer of God. Now weak believer of God. What is the difference of strong believer of Bhagavan and weak believer of Bhagavan? Strong believer of Bhagavan means you just believe him without any support, without any proof. Childhood time, I know Rama is God, Krishna is God. That time I had no info what is Sakar, what is Nirakar, what is this, what is that. All these information are there. We know Rama is everything for us, Jagannatha, Krishna. And we also know that time Devata and Bhagavan, that time we did not know. But we worship the Devatas also. But when you read all the scriptures, then lot of confusion starts. Bhagavan is there. Is there Sakar or Nirakar? If is Sakar, who is Bhagavan? Who is Devata? Who is Vishnu? Then if Vishnu is greater or Krishna is greater, some say Vishnu incarnated as Krishna. Nirakarvadi says, Rama, Krishna, they came from Nirakar to Sakar. And Sakarvadis, they say, Nama, Krishna came from Vishnu. And we say, Vishnu came from Krishna. So all kinds of things are there. So what is correct? Tell me, Sachidananda, what is correct? Some say Nirakar, some say Sakar, some say that Vishnu, Krishna came from Vishnu, some say Vishnu came from Krishna. So what is correct? Can you tell Sika Prabhu? Which one is correct?
What we say is correct.
It's true. Whatever you preach, more people accept that is correct. That is what I see now. And Krishna has told, Bhagavatam, I read somewhere, 11th canto, that what kinds of, any kinds of philosophy comes to existence, they're all correct. Yeah, he's saying that. Mayavada is correct, Devata Puja is correct, Vishnu coming from Krishna is correct, Krishna, everything is correct. He's saying nothing can be wrong because the proponents, whatever they're propagating, philosophy, process, they cannot do that unless I make them to do that. So I have created all these things. Another confusion also. So what is what? Yes, everything is correct. Everything is correct. But has to be understood from proper perspectives. That is most important. Sometimes in India, people they say, oh, ISKCON people, you don't accept Devatas, you don't accept Shiva, Kali, Durga, Indra, Varun. We are not Hindu, we are not accepting. ISKCON accepts or not don't accept? Accept. Then what is the difference? We accept devatas, they also accept devatas. So what is the difference? Yes, we accept devatas as devatas, but they accept devatas as Bhagavan. So that is the difference. You understand? From proper perspective, all are correct. If they are understood properly, it's like they say Krishna Balaram, how they came. We have the whole description of how Krishna Balaram came, what is happening all over Vrindavan, all stories we have. But they say no, Purana says different. Purana says Vishnu, he has black hair and white hair. He pulled out black hair, throw on the planet, then that become Krishna. Then there is also white hair become Balaram. Have you heard this? Really? Yeah. Vishnu Purana says that. But Vishnu came as Krishna and Balaram. How to understand? But one interesting thing is, our Acharyas and Goswamis have reconciled all these kinds of disputed subject matters. They are saying, yes, Vishnu came as Krishna, that is also true. In some kalpa that happened. And among unlimited forms of Vaikuntha planets, there is one Vishnu, his name also Krishna. Yeah, there is one, like you know, Janardana, Narayana, Madhusudana, Hrishikesh, all different Vishnu are there. There is one Vishnu, his name is Krishna also there. So like this we have to reconcile and understand Bhagavan, the personal aspect of the absolute truth. How we understand? And Krishna has explained how to understand his activities. How we differentiate between the activities of living entities and God. Whatever we do, same thing he is doing. Yes or no? Because we cannot do anything that he is not doing. Anything we do, good or bad, he must be doing. People stealing here because he is a thief also. People are running after the ladies, why? After the girls, making so many girlfriends, why? Because it is there also. If it is there, it is here, then what is the difference? Why is Bhagavan, why I am not Bhagavan? But he is doing what I am doing. But whatever happening, something happening here. But this is perverted reflection of what is happening there. Perverted reflection. And what is worst here, that is the best there. What is the worst here, that is the best there. What is the worst here? Stealing is worst here, right? But stealing is best there. Running after others' wife is worst here. But that is the best there. It is best there. Then why it is worst here? Because perverted reflection. There is a banyan tree going up, and reflection is down. That means whatever is the highest, that is the lowest here. Whatever is admirable, that has to be very bottom, very contaminated. Then why? Because all activities are connected to absolute truth and is disconnected to absolute truth. There is one aspect. Now other aspect is the same thing Bhagavan doing, same thing we are doing. What is the difference then? What is the difference? He has activity, he is taking birth, he is doing same thing why we are doing. See, this is where people get bewildered, they are very difficult to accept. Now whole world is accepting because Prabhupada has clarified all these things, very systematically. Otherwise, all the people of America, German, Japan, Christian, Muslim people, they would not accept. We accept because our mother accepting, grandmother accepting, all surroundings are accepting. We don't hear anything opposite in our village. These are life from childhood. Whole village hearing Purana, this, that, for you, us no problem. But for these people, big problem. To digest, to understand, to accept. How can we accept? But Prabhupada has so nicely explained why the same thing he is doing, he is God. But something we are doing, we are not God. What is the difference?
He's transcendental.
Yes, Krishna mentioned that. Don't say that I have no janma, no karma. I have janma, I have karma. Like you. But difference is janma karma chame. That is the point. Transcendental to three modes of material nature. That is the crux. That you have to understand. But his activities are controlled by different energy than our activities. He clarified. Bhakti said, Janma karma chame divyam. My janma and karma are transcendental. Then he said, I have no janma. Bhagavan has no janma. All these people, they bring this argument. You are saying Rama Param Brahma, Krishna Param Brahma, but Param Brahma is Aja. Aja means no janma. Rama took janma. Krishna took janma. Why are you attributing on him that he is Param Brahma? People argue like this. Then Prabhupada said, yes. What Shastra says, Krishna is Aja. He is really Aja. But where he is Aja? Where he is unborn? He says, I am unborn. But he refers to Golok Vrindavan. Where he never took birth. Krishna took birth in Golok. Krishna's Ras Leela in Golok Vrindavan. Then Jhulan Leela in Golok Vrindavan. All Leela he has. But one Leela he does not manifest. What is that Leela? So that means in Golok Vrindavan, they do all festivals. But no Janmashtami there. We are more fortunate, we have an extra festival here. That's why when Krishna plans to come down, all Golok Vrindavan inhabitants, they stand in line, whose turn will be this time. So that we can see the baby Krishna. Without cloth. Krishna in Golok Vrindavan is 16 years old Krishna. That's what Krishna saying. Ja aja pisan abhyatma bhutanam ishvara pisan prakritim swam adhisthaya sambhavami atma maya. You see, to understand God, one has to have some buddhi. Of course, Bhagavan will give this buddhi, otherwise you cannot understand. It's clear saying, Aja api. He explaining, yes, I have been told, the Veda has described me as Aja, unborn. Even if I am unborn. So one understanding, Aja means he never takes birth in spiritual world. Then Krishna said, yes, I am Aja, even if I am Aja, unborn. Aja means I take birth. Aja pisan abhaya atma, bhutanam ishvara pisan. I am control of all the living entities. I am abhaya atma. But when I take birth, how I take birth? Prakritim swam adhisthaya sambhavami atma maya. I manifest prakritim swam adhisthaya. By my swaprakriti, by my sweet will, by the help of my yoga maya, atma maya, nam prakasa sarvasya yoga maya samabhitam. I am not visible to everybody. I am not visible to everybody means I does not exist. That does not mean I don't exist. If people cannot see it, doesn't mean I am not existing. When people can see me, I come to existence. Not like that. I am always existing. But no prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samapritam. I am not visible to everybody because it's a curtain, yogamaya. Yogamaya samapritam. Then this verse is sambhavami atma maya. I manifest through my yogamaya. The non-believers are difficult to accept this. So there is one philosophical aspect to convince ourselves this God is there. God has a form. Otherwise sometimes it will be very difficult to accept. When you say Ananta Sesa, how many hoods he has? 1,000 hoods. Holding the whole universe like a dust. That Ananta Sesa is Nityananda. When he talks, when he speaks, sometimes God apparently is a bewildered. People can relate. How that person can be this person. But there is no problem. One person in very big position, the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, he is one person there. Then when he comes to his house, how he is? Same like Supreme Court. When he was sitting in his court, he is one kind. When he comes to house, he is wearing a lungi. He is going to bathroom also. Oh, Supreme Court Justice has to go to bathroom. So you may feel like that. No, in one form he is like that. And natural same person, but Bhagavan in simultaneously, while he is lifting unlimited universes on his head, same time he can act as a normal person also. And that is out of his mercy. Out of his mercy. That he wants to give us a chance. He comes as a simple person. Just imagine, if Bhagavan Vishnu will come to Adelaide, you have some big Maidan field in Adelaide, you announce the Lord Vishnu descending on this day. How many people will be there? Millions of Vishnu coming from Vaikuntha, riding on Garuda. They will all come. When they see, they will believe. But what will happen? What people will do? They will stay away. Wow, Bhagavan. Can they go close to him? Can they touch him? Can they speak to him? Can they embrace him? Can they play around with Vishnu? Can they do that?
No.
So then, that's when Bhagavan comes. Then Vishnu Bhagavan comes. So that people can play with me, can relate to me, can eat with me, can listen about my activities, transcendental activities. Jasvita tatpara bhavet. By hearing my activities, people will be attracted towards me. Their heart will be purified. Then they will develop faith and develop love upon me. So in this way, when you hear all these activities, daily activities, he gets up. Must be going to bathroom also. Narad Muni saw when he went to each palace, some place is talking to his wife, some place is eating, some place is playing with his grandchildren, some place is in the bathroom. So any ordinary persons doing these things. But when same thing we hear that Lord Bhagavan is doing, then will purify our heart. Jasvita tatpara bhavet. Anugrahaya bhaktanam manasim dehamasita bhajata tadrisha krida. Jasvita tatpara bhavet. Bhajata tadrisha krida. Anugrahaya bhaktanam manasim dehamasita. Bhagavan comes, being merciful upon his devotee, accepting his original form. as human form. Krishna re jatak lila tar madhe narilla narabapu tahara swarup, right? That is his swarup, so he comes down. So there is no reason people to doubt when they listen all these confusing things. His activities, actually above all, Bhagavatam Pharmakas has mentioned absolute truth is a very bewildering subject matter. Prabhupada also writing, this divine couple Radha Krishna is puzzling. It's puzzling. So people are puzzled, why you feel surprised? Brahma was puzzled, Shiva was bewildered, Indra was bewildered. Who are we not to be bewildered? So everybody gets bewildered. So understanding all these aspects, then we should do just hear, listen and read about the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead with the faith. If you do not have faith, by hearing and hearing and hearing, our faith will increase. By hearing and hearing more, our faith will increase. Even if non-believers, they see as an ordinary boy and girl, but somehow they hear the pastimes of the Supreme Person of Godhead. Gradually, their misconception will be removed and they will be fixed their belief upon the personal aspect of the absolute truth. Then they will enjoy. Pravishta karnarandana swanubhava sararva dhunati samalam Krishna salilasya tathasana. Very beautifully explained. Pravishta karnarandana. Somehow or other, we allow these transcendental sweet pastimes of Lord to enter through our ear holes, that will go to our heart. Then according to our understanding, realization, pravishta karnanda swa anubhava, according to our anubhava, understanding, swanubhava, dhunati samalam Krishna. That Krishna name, Krishna guna, Krishna lila, Krishna rupa, that will be cleansed our heart. How? Just like Salilasya the Thasara. When autumn comes, rainy season, all water of pond, river, well are muddy. When autumn comes, they will become very clean. So all you have to do, allow our 2 ear holes to enter these pastimes of the Supreme Personality of God from Srimad Bhagavatam. The Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Bhagavan Sri Krishna Chandra ki. Any questions? Any of you have?
Sorry, sure. You're talking about the impersonal way of saying all the time, but when you're practicing Krishna consciousness, even after many years, you don't seem to really grasp that feature of the Lord.
Which feature? Impersonal?
No, it's still
personal.
Personal. Why is that?
That's what I'm saying. It's very difficult. Very difficult. Impersonal is very easy. Vishnu is very easy. Krishna becomes very difficult. So that's why you have to understand. That's why Bhagavan said, Jomang Bhakti Tattvataha. The Bhagavan has to be understood in truth, not apata vichar, not some external way. As you have to understand, you have to listen, and also another thing is there. We have to associate with those kind of people that have full faith on sakar aspects. By reading scriptures, you don't develop that much faith. As much as faith you develop by associating or by hearing the life of the pure devotees. In a childhood time, we did not know any philosophy. All we used to hear about the devotee of Krishna. That's sufficient for us to understand, to accept And we have full devotion. But full devotion. That's why we have to listen more about acharyas. Different acharyas, different devotees, how they reciprocate with God. That gives more faith within our heart than simply mere philosophical aspects. Practical aspects also we have to do that. You know it? That is when I go to Puri Rath Yatra, I see Jagannath. I develop some bhakti, but I see more the crowd than Jagannath. And that makes my faith more strong. And I see their emotions. If you go to this, how they're eager just to pull little millions of people, just to pull little row, how eagerly they're waiting. I go to Jagannath temple, all the village ladies standing crying and crying in front of Jagannath. I never cry in front of Jagannath. They're so convinced. Jagannath is here, he's listening to me. He's crying, they're rebuking Jagannath also. Why are you doing to me like this? You have all kinds of emotions. So that is the emotion is very great aspect of bhakti. For Karmakandi, for Jnani, yogis, emotion does not work. For bhakta, emotion bhava. That's why you have to come to the plan of bhava. Adha sattha, tata sadhu sangha, tata bhajana kriya, anarthamriti, nishta, ruchi, asat, bhava. The emotion. Then you can more relate to this aspect of the absolute truth. By seeing the devotees, you develop more bhakti to Bhagavan, more than by seeing Bhagavan. Like that. Then, after all, if you have doubt of the Sakar or Nirakar, is existing or not existing, if you have a doubt still in your mind, still you should not bother. Prabhupada giving a good sutra. Somebody asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, you have established ISKCON, building big temples in the name of Krishna. So many festivals, this, that. What if Krishna is not existing? Hypothetically, Krishna is not there. But you have done so much arrangements. How is not existing? Prabhupada gave a good example. Prabhupada said, if Krishna is not existing, we don't lose anything. We have a happy life, eating nicely, dancing nicely, chanting nicely. We don't commit any sinful activities, pious activities, being good to others. In every respect we are okay. We don't lose anything. Krishna is not existing. But you are not becoming devotee of Krishna. What if Krishna is existing? Then you lose everything. If Krishna is not existing, we don't lose anything. Because we are getting everything. If Krishna is existing, then you lose everything. It's like that. Actually, this is one thought that why I left my house. I was not telling to anybody. This thought was in the back of my head. I was thinking, I give up my house, no job, no family life. What will happen to me? But I read back to God, all these people look very nice, top class, nice lifestyle. I thought, anyway, if God is not there, at least I live nicely there. Yeah, this thought was there, but I was not telling anybody. Then once I heard from Gauranga Prabhu, this interaction with Prabhupada said, then I, oh, that's good. But that is one philosophical thought behind my head, trying to find ISKCON. So I am not wrong in that way. It's like that. Okay. That's what Prabhupada the key. Yeah. So I'm very, very happy to come see this new temple. Last year I came, this construction at going on. Previously I kept a small room was there. But only interestingly, previously I used to come when I give class, the room was packed out with people. But we have big temple, less people here. Then I asked Prabhu, there is no people here. But time for my class, there's nobody. Prabhu said, no Maharaj, At the end of her class, temple will be full. But that is what we don't, that is what we don't not want that. But at the end of class, temple will be full. We should not be satisfied with that. Is not it? No, we are getting 400 people who are cooking today. In Bengal, they say like that. Maharaj, big festival. How different? We are cooking for 4,000 people. That is big festival. But class time, maybe 400 people are there. Prasadam time, 4,000 people are there. We are not against that. Prabhupada, I gave good medicine yesterday to the audience. But today morning, I saw this. Have you seen that? Have you read that? Just feel your belly because you are like animal. Prabhupada speaks so strongly. I was thinking I spoke strongly yesterday. But Prabhupada, how did I know strongly? I should take picture of this one. You have read that? You are like feel the belly. You are like animals. You will not understand anything. We cannot tell to public like that. Prabhupada is saying, eat prasadam, that is good. But that should not be our mood. Our mood is, will fill your belly, you will fill your head also. Both. Not belly filling and head is empty. No. In India we do. Whether it is practical for you, will do or not, I don't know. But India we do. Some places we see. Then when we discuss Harikatha, nobody is there, but few people. As when Prasad time comes, all the local people they gather. Yeah. I was in Orissa. I was giving class. Maybe 100, 200 people there. They had cooked also. 200, 300 people come. And as soon as my class finished, 700, 800 people came. Not only they will come, we have cooked for 400 people, Prasad less. Then they started fighting with the devotees. Yeah. These are going on. And some temples what they do, in Calcutta I think we are doing also. In Calcutta I remember doing, then we give coupons. When class is going on, anybody has reached by that time, you get prasadam. Okay, if that is too much for you people, because you are thinking let them come for prasadam, then what we can do, those attend class, they will fast but they will eat prasadam. The second batch you will get prasadam. What is happening now? Will they take trouble? They sit for listening class, and those they are not coming inside also. They don't, yesterday they don't come inside temple. They straight go there. And they fast eat prasadam and go. And this will, sometimes they may not get prasad. No, you change it. Inside, they will take fast prasadam. You will get prasad also. For your filling your belly, we have sufficient prasadam. But let the fast people, they got their head as filled with knowledge. Get prasadam there. That may humble suggestion, then you see whatever is practical. Prabhupada said, ISKCON is not for lazy and crazy people here. No. You have to fill the belly, we have another setup for you. We have to, Prabhupada said, ISKCON is not a temple, ISKCON is not an ashram, ISKCON is not a mosque. ISKCON is educational institution. You have to learn science of Krishna consciousness, then come here. This is a training center. This is not a Hindu temple. You go do some puja, bas ho gaya. Huh? Kya karte Hindu log? Hindu log, you understand Hindi?
No, Bengali.
Bengali? Then you must understand Hindi. They say, our Sankirtan boys, they joke. They say, the Hindus, they do morning to incense, evening to incense, and whole day do nonsense. But ISKCON is not meant for that. ISKCON is to change your life. That's why people are allergic to ISKCON. And some children want to join ISKCON, parents say, oh, do little bhakti, but not like ISKCON, the whole day that doing this bhakti, what the whole day doing? Do some nonsense little bhakti, na? Whole day doing bhakti. They think it's very bad to do whole day bhakti. This is standard. So, if we put so much energy, so much money, so much effort, we should make Sunday class, we must be having for children. Let the parents bring the children, the Matajis. I was very happy, whole day we were busy for cooking. That 500-600 people will come and fill their belly and go. We are working so hard. Some of you give some time. Tell the parents, bring your children. We have Sunday class. Let them sit. Let the children learn. Let the parents learn. Something like this. Make some kinds of system that they will enjoy. Then our congregation will increase also. And that will be respectively very nice. This is my humble suggestion after my observation. This temple has grown a lot. That's when I came beginning days, hardly anybody was there here. Now at least so many people for Bhagavatam class. Very interesting. Today is working day, but still you all are here. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Namada Bhakti Purusottama ki, Gaura Pramanande.
Good suggestion.
Kirtan, Adelaide. Leave a like and subscribe.